I don't know, is the I always tend to buy, I walk past and I get so excited when I see this Essence Live. I could over that. Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to show you my 10 favorite limited edition makeup and fragrance products. I am still learning to curl my short hair, so there's a bit of a situation going on here. Let's not be a bitch about that. And let's focus on the products I'm telling you about. Okay. So massive spoiler, there are 3 products from Chanel, 3 from MAC, 1 from somewhere else, and then 3 fragrances. So I'm just going to group them together in that way. And I'm going to start with the fragrances. 2 of the fragrances are from the same fragrance house, but from completely different legs, sort of franchises within that fragrance house. So I found that quite interesting. First one is the Giorgio Armani C, and after a bit of debate I chose the intense version. It just seems like the notes are a bit more sophisticated and I just love it as a whole. It's a very well-rounded fragrance. It's warm, a little bit sweet, a little bit floral. For me it's a sort of a night out fragrance. It gives me that excited feeling that I'm going somewhere and I'm putting on clothes that aren't tights and hoodies. And then the next one, also from Armani, is completely different. It's the Aqua, I can't pronounce it, Aqua de Goya, maybe. The Eau Fraiche version, which is, I actually can't remember. I'll check if it's last year or the year before's limited edition Aqua fragrance. And you can see that I've used more than half of it already, because for the last couple of months, actually, this has been my everyday daytime fragrance. A very fresh, obviously the aqua notes are there, but a very fresh floral, little bit soapy, little bit sweet, but not overwhelmingly so at all. Just very wearable. The last fragrance is an odd one for me because I prefer swimming upstream just a little bit with my perfumes. I don't like wearing the most popular things because then there are just too many other people that smell the way that you do. But it is the DKNY Be Delicious Intense, the original green one, just in an intensified version. And in this version, I remember quite well, the entire perfume was just intensified, with quite an accent on the apple notes. And I remember smelling it the first time, and it's just a grown up, warmed up version of the original DKNY Be Delicious, which I really do like, but it just feels that it's a very young scent and it's a very sort of everyone knows someone who wears it already type of scent. So I decided to leave it to the rest of you to wear. I bowed out. My first instinct would be to say it's a good summer scent, but there's something about the crispness of the apple and the bit of sweetness that goes along with it that makes me really like it in winter as well. And to Chanel, and the first product is, oh yes, it's the Camellia Rose Blush. When I open it, I can smell the rose scent that they've infused into it. I haven't used it that much, but it's just a very, very beautiful product to have and to look at every now and then, and I do use it every now and then. But it's just, yeah, it's just one of those very beautiful products that you sort of keep in your collection, even if you don't use it that much. Just got up to blow my nose, so I hope I sat back down in the same spot. And on the other side of the spectrum from that is the Camellia de Plume highlighter, which I use so much. Like just about every time I do proper makeup, this goes onto half my face. I love it so much. It's very shimmery but very finely milled, actually much more finely milled than I had anticipated initially. It's definitely the best sophisticated but prominent shimmer that I've been able to find. And then the third Chanel product, I think, was the second Chanel eyeshadow palette I ever had. I acquired in number 39, but I mean they've all changed now, they have different names. But this one, you can see I completely finished the one shade, there's nothing left there. And two of the other shades I'm making a good dent in as well. and it was just the perfect cool tone palette with that one metallic shade, but brilliant, brilliant. And I must say, I haven't quite found something that can replace it in the new collection of eyeshadow quads, but very happy to have had this in my life. So on to the MAC products. The first one is the MAC blush in taupe, and I'm not 100% sure whether it was a limited edition product or whether it's just a permanent product that's been discontinued. But either way, you can't get hold of it anymore. It is the perfect contouring product. It's so it's amazing. You can't believe how invisible it becomes as soon as you blend. It just leaves you with a bit of a shadow underneath your cheekbones especially. The other two are both palettes. The one is just for its sheer genius. I do not like the packaging of this palette at all. The only thing I like about it is the magnetic lid. I find the pale blue plastic to be quite cheap looking, but the eyeshadows are a very close to perfect combination. And 5 of the 6 shadows are permanent MAC colors, and I just feel that this is the perfect little compact to carry with you wherever. Whether it's a weekend away or a month-long holiday away, you will be fine if you have this. I never use the darker shade, really. I don't like it much. It's the only one that I struggle a bit with, and it's unfortunately often the case with not just with MAC, with any kind of limited edition colours and shadows, that they're not quite the same quality as the others. But anyway, the other colours are amazing. The quality is great. They are matte and shimmers. Satin taupe is in there, which I think is my all-time favourite MAC shadow if you make me choose. And I just find this is a magnificent curation of eyeshadows. Now, the third MAC product is for similar but completely different reasons. Is the MAC Brooke Shields Gravitas palette. It's a £15 palette. Not particularly compact or travel friendly, I would say, but if you want to, it's just the most magnificent palette to play around with. It has a nice selection of neutrals, then there are some good warm coppery tones thrown in, there are some plummy purple tones thrown in. Also, I think 6 or 7 of the shades are permanent MAC shades. You can buy from MAC. They have a warm neutrals and cool neutrals are 2 £15 palettes that they have in the pro shops, the MAC pro shops that you can buy there. And of course you can make your own MAC palette with whatever you want in it as well. But I like the idea of someone else choosing and then me just leeching off their creative talents. The last makeup item is this ridiculous little blush from Essence, from the Me and My Ice Cream collection from, I think, late last year maybe. And it's just this very bouncy, the texture is extremely bouncy. It's it's a cream formula, and it's the most beautiful soft peach shade. I don't know if there were more than one of these, but I remember so many people said it's like a horrible terracotta color, but this is like soft peach, almost towards pink, beautiful on the cheek. This is definitely one of the better things that I've grabbed from a collection. I think I paid 30 Rand for it. I actually remember the day I bought it still. So yeah, these are my favourite limited edition products. I would love to hear some of yours as well. If you can drop me a comment or tweet me or just whatever, just let me know. I know a lot of people cry long tears about discontinued products. I tend to, like perfumes especially, I try not to get too attached to them because I know they're going to be taken away from me, like ripped away aggressively. Yeah, you can see I'm quite fixated on some of those. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll chat to you again soon. Bye!